Welcome to my class, students. It's class 7. We are doing English, an alien hand, and this is chapter 2. Name of the chapter is Bringing Up Kari, and this is session 1. Today I am going to tell you a very interesting story of Kari, a baby elephant, then how the narrator or the master of the elephant becomes friends with him, and then both saved a boy, and how the nature of the elephant can be recognized by us, can be understood by us. This is all written in the story. So we will start with the story Bringing Up Kari. In the first slide I will explain you about the author. Now this is Dhan Gopal Mukherjee. Dhan Gopal Mukherjee is the author of this story Bringing Up Kari. Now, he was the first successful Indian man of letters in the United States and winner of Newbery Medal 1928. He was born on 6 July 1890 in West Bengal. See Mukherjee, West Bengal, and he died on 14th July 1936 in New York City, New York, that is in United States. So he was the first successful Indian man of letters in the United States. Now, what the story is all about? It's about a Kari. He is a 5-month-old baby elephant. Lives and grows up with his 9-year-old friend and keeper. So the story is narrating by the keeper. Now, Kari doesn't eat much, just about 16 kilograms of delicious twigs a day. Playful and sensitive, Kari saves the boy from drowning. And this is just a synopsis of what you are going to read in the first part. Now, start. Kari, a baby elephant. See how lovely, beautiful. Now, Kari, the elephant, was 5 months old when he was given to me to take care of. Though he was 5 months old and the caretaker was 9 years old. I was 9 years old and I could reach his back if I stood on tiptoe. He seemed to remain that high for nearly 2 years. 2 years he remained in the same height. We grew together. That is probably why I never found out just how tall he was. Both of them grew together, so he never found out just how tall he was. He lived in a pavilion. There was a place where Kari used to live, under a thatched roof which rested on thick tree stumps so that it could not fall in when Kari bumped against the poles as he moved about. So what is this? He lived in a pavilion under a thatched roof which rested on thick tree stumps. There was a thick tree stumps so that it could not fall in when Kari bumped against the poles as he moved about. You know, when an elephant has so much strength, so when elephant moves about, there may be some disturbances. One of the first things Kari did was to save the life of a boy. Kari did not eat much, but he nevertheless needed 40 pounds of twigs a day to chew and play with. What was his meal? He loved to eat twigs. And what is the amount of that twig? What is the total portion of his meal? That is 40 pounds of twigs. He used to chew and play with it also. See, this is his pavilion, thatched roof, and here Kari used to live, and this is the bundle of twigs. He loved to eat it, chew it, and play with it. Every day, I used to take him to the river in the morning for his bath. As you know, elephants take bath in river. He would lie down on the sand bank while I rubbed him with the clean sand of the river for an hour. After that, he would lie in the water for a long time. On coming out, his skin would be shining like ebony. What is ebony? A very bright black color. And he would squeal with pleasure as I rubbed water down his back. So, what the narrator used to do, the keeper used to do, he used to rub him with the clean sand of the river. Just as we apply soap, the keeper used to apply sand to clean Kari. And in the water, he used to love swimming. He used to love to do swimming and to throw water. You know how elephants enjoy water? Now, this is squeal, that is cry and trumpet. See, in the water, in the pond, river, the Kari is enjoying its bath and it's squealing. See, raising its trumpet and making cry. And ebony is like a deep dark black color. After his bath, he becomes very beautiful. He looks like a deep dark black color elephant. He shines like that. So, this is the illustration of the book. This is the thatched roof pavilion, and this is Kari, and this is the keeper, 9 years old boy, and Kari is 5 months old, and this is the twig, bundle of twig. So, now you have a clear idea of Kari. Then I will take him by the ear, because that is the easiest way to lead an elephant, and leave him on the edge of the jungle while I went into the forest to get some luscious twig for his dinner. One has to have a very sharp hatchet to cut down these twigs. The small axe must be very sharp. It takes half an hour to sharpen the hatchet, because if a twig is mutilated, an elephant will not touch it. Mutilated, the twig must not be broken. It must be as it is, intact twig. Then only elephant will touch it, chew it, play with it. Otherwise, elephant will not have it. Now, luscious, tasty and sweet smelling hatchet, small x, see, this is hatchet, and mutilated, torn, awkwardly, disfigured. This is hatchet. Right? It was not an easy job to get twigs and saplings for Kari. I had to climb all kinds of trees to get the most delicate and tender twigs. As he was very fond of the young branches of the banyan tree, which grows like a cathedral of leaves and branches, I was gathering some one spring day in March when I suddenly heard Kari calling to me in the distance. So what the keeper used to do? He used to climb all types of trees to collect tender twigs. So one day in March, he was on the banyan tree to collect twigs for Kari. Then he suddenly heard a cry. That it means Kari was supposed to call him. See, this is the banyan tree, and tender twigs the narrator wanted to have for Kari. As he was still very young, the call was more like that of a baby than an elephant. Kari was very young actually, so only 5 months old. So the keeper thought Kari might be in some danger. I thought somebody was hurting him. It happens now, when there is a baby elephant, children or men used to hurt the animal. So I came down from my tree and ran very fast to the edge of the forest where I had left him. But he was not there. I looked all over, but I could not find him. Now, such a big elephant, and you don't find him where you have, you know that he will be there. So what happens? The absence of Kari in the place that he was supposed to be made the keeper very worried. So what happened then? I went near the edge of the water and I saw a black something struggling above its surface. Something black was struggling above its surface. Then it rose higher and it was a trunk of my elephant. I thought he was drowning. I was helpless because I could not jump into the water and save the 400 pounds of him since he was much higher than I. So what happened? The keeper was very small and the height of the elephant was very much. So the keeper found himself unable to help Kari, seeing him drowning, or the keeper thinks that the elephant is drowning, but he cannot do anything because of its weight. Kari's weight is 400 pounds and his height is so much, so it's not possible for the keeper, a small boy, to rescue Kari. So here all these slides you have seen, there is a past tense everywhere you are seeing, and then there is a grammatical part also. Here you are seeing higher. What is higher? This is a degree of comparison. Degree of comparison. And higher is a comparative degree. Higher is a comparative degree. Right? And what is the positive of this? Positive is high, and then high is high. High and then highest. H-I-G-H. Highest. Higher is the comparative and high and highest is the positive and superlative. So you are seeing here we see this is a comparative degree. Now, and with the comparative degree always we write then. Then is THAN and there is another higher than I. Comparison is always between two persons or two things. So there are two things, Kari and I. So in this way you are seeing in this story you have found degree of comparison, and then there are types of sentences, as you know. I went near the edge of the water. This is a simple declarative sentence and it's a sentence because here you are getting subject and verb also and predicate. And I saw a black something struggling above its surface. So with the end we have merged two simple sentences into one and have made it into a compound sentence. With the end, these two sentences have become the entire I till surface is a compound sentence. So in this way, as in your grammar classes, I have explained you types of sentences. So please find these type of sentences, whatever you are learning in grammar, when you do the chapters. But I saw his back rise above the water, and the moment he caught my eye, he began to trumpet and struggle up to the shore. So what happened? His body rose, and the keeper saw that he wanted to struggle. He was struggling up to the shore. Then still trumpeting, he pushed me into the water, and as I fell into the stream, I saw a boy lying flat on the bottom of the river. Actually, Kari was crying for help, not for himself, but for the little boy that was lying flat on the bottom of the river. He had not altogether touched bottom, but was somewhat afloat. The body was floating. So what happened? Kari pushed the keeper into the water so that the keeper could save the boy. And he himself was also trying. I came to the surface of the water to take my breath, and there Kari was standing, his feet planted in the sandbank and his trunk stretched out like a hand waiting for mine. So he just stretched his trunk, just as we offer our hand to help someone who is drowning. So in the same way that Kari has offered his or stretched his trunk just to like a hand so that the keeper can hold it and come out of the river. I dived down again and pulled the body of the drowning boy to the surface, but not being a good swimmer, I could not swim ashore, and the slow current was already dragging me down. So it's very hard to save or rescue a drowning boy or a man, because until and unless you are perfect enough, you are a professional, you cannot save. So during monsoon, you must have seen there are many instances. People go near the beaches, people go near the rivers, near waterfalls, and there is a danger of drowning. So what happens? There are professionals there, swimmers there, rescuers there, who do this job. Now the keeper is also a little boy, and he is not able to save the boy, or you can say hold the boy for long, because there is a slow current and who is dragging both the boy who is saving and the boy who has drowned, whose body is floating. So the current is dragging both of them down. So what did we learn today? Here we learned about we have learned a story about an elephant and its keeper, and both have grown together. Kari is a 5 months old elephant and the keeper was 9 years old boy. So what happened one day when the keeper went to the forest to collect twigs for Kari for his lunch, he heard Kari was crying for help. When he went near the edge of the river, what he saw? He saw Kari was trying to rescue a drowning boy, and he wanted help of the keeper also, so that both can save the boy. So he pushed the keeper into the river, and the keeper saw the body of the boy floating in the river. So he tried to pull it up, but the slow undercurrent of water was dragging both of them again down. Let's see what happened in the next part of this story. Till then, we have come to know about the habit of elephant. What was the habit of elephant? Kari used to have as a meal tender twigs. He would not touch the twigs if any one of them is mutilated or it is deformed or is cut. So what was the hobby of the elephant? The elephant used to play with the twigs and chew it while eating it, and he loved to take bath in river. And how the keeper used to clean Kari? He used to rub sand on his body, and after the bath, the elephant looked like ebony. His color, black color, was very much like bright black colored. So it looked very beautiful. So in the next slide, we will come to know about what happened to Kari, the boy and the keeper. Till then, read the story, enjoy it, and then find some grammatical rules that I have mentioned. Thank you.